If you're one of those girls that always complain that after doing their makeup separates and all of that, they don't know why or how, how they get like finishing their makeup, and at the end of the day when they go out, the heat and all that is has to separate. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to avoid that, makeup tips to incorporate into your makeup routine to make sure that your makeup don't separate, it don't shift even when you sweat. Okay. Yeah, if you want to see how we achieve all that, let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm your girl, the Top Black Chick, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys reasons why your makeup keeps separating, okay, and of course tips on how to avoid it from separating. I already did this eye look off camera. It's like a tutorial for the Black app TikTok. I wrote quite kind of scribbled most of it here, just so you know that we're actually in for real business. We're not here to joke. First things first is skin prep. Okay, it is always important to prep your skin. And while you're prepping your skin, make sure you're using the products that are right for your skin type. If you have an oily skin, always go in with mattifying products. But for skin prep, hydration is key. Go in with hydrating products, because when you're using primer, you're definitely going to use a mattifying product. So the first skincare product I used is Blossom Lavender Oil Repair Serum, and the second one we're going to be using today is this one. This is the Nuban Beauty Hydrating makeup base. I like this one. I don't know if you like it. For me, skin prep is usually better when you give it time to settle into your skin. You don't like go into your skin prep with another skin prep. That's it. Yeah, skincare products with another one. Give it time to actually do the work before you know go in with another product. I don't know if you get my point though. We're gonna blend this and let it sit into the skin. I saw Beauty in Black the other day, and yo, I was screaming all through. Yo, Kimi really shocked me. And of course, Horace. He's so cute. Oh my god. He is so cute. I just feel like Angel is like the one that's like going through most of the whole stress. The way Kimi literally just acts on impulse. Like, she'll kill this one. You know, she's just killing people, bro. I was screaming. Anyways, we have applied our hydrating makeup base. I'm definitely gonna go in with a primer, right? So while we're waiting for that, I'm gonna go in with my black pencil. This one is from Paula Beauty, just to the second thing is primer. Now here's where it gets dicey, okay? When you are picking a primer, always make sure you are picking the right one for your skin type. If you have an oily skin, go in with a mattifying primer. If you have a dry skin, go in with a hydrating primer, okay? I use both. I don't care. I just like to use both, okay? Depending on where I'm going. If it's too hot outside, I go in with a matte primer. If it's mild outside, I go in with hydrating primer, okay. So yeah, why I said it was is dicey is because while you're using your primer, always make sure that the foundation you're using, if your primer is water based, go in with a foundation that is water based. If your foundation is silicone based, go in with a foundation that is silicone based, because these are the reasons why your foundations literally break. If you use a silicone based primer with a water based foundation, it kind of like they don't go hand in hand. So always make sure that the primer you're using works for whatever foundation you're using. Do you get me? Do you get my point? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Okay. For today, we're going to be using this primer from Elf. This is the Elf Power Grip. Okay. I love this primer so much. So we're gonna wait for this primer to get So it's to sit into the skin for like 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Okay. Before we go in with foundation, okay. While we're waiting for that to go settle into the skin, we're using this one. This is the She Glam Complexion Pro. Okay, this is actually one of the best products I actually got from She Glam. This is in the shade Mocha. So now, when it comes to application for your foundation, always go in with a light product. Don't go in with so many foundations. Okay, that way it becomes too cakey and it starts to separate. Okay. Another thing is always go in with a very good brush. This one is from Vika Bell. I also have other options. I have this one from Younger Beauty. This is their foundation brush. If you have good brushes, they actually help well with your application. Okay, I'm gonna use this one. This one is from Vika Bell. Okay, our primer has settled into the skin pretty well. Next thing is, this is optional though. You can go in with your hands to do this. Okay, this helps in distributing the product really well, because sometimes if you use your brush to pack it, it kind of like, takes away most of the product. I always advise you go in with applying the foundation first before go in with your brush. Okay, this foundation is also lightweight too. If you are looking for foundations that are lightweight but also does the job for you, it's a lightweight foundation but also matte, can actually get this one from Shiva. Okay, see how I'm actually applying this foundation. I'm not dragging, I'm literally just patting it in to my skin like this. See that the little foundation that we took out of there really is enough for us. Now when you're applying on your forehead, don't apply so much. When you're applying on your nose, don't apply so much. If you're an oily babe, don't apply so much, okay? Because when you get oily around those areas, it tends to move around, right? The next thing I always like to do is go in with my setting spray. Always spray in between your liquid products, okay? This one is from NYX. This is the Bear With Me. It's a prime set refresh setting spray. Another thing I like to do is I always advise you to get your beauty sponge damp. Don't get it wet. Okay, I'm going to show you just a visual example. So this is a dry sponge right now. I'm going to wet it now. So we're going to make sure this sponge absorbs a lot of water. So the mistake most of us actually make is, we just squeeze out just a tad bit of water out of this sponge. Now, the reason why I say go in with a damp beauty sponge is that if you use a wet sponge, it kind of like lifts your makeup and it takes out most of the product because there's still water in here. You have to squeeze it out and make sure there's no water in there. And after squeezing it out, you either go in with a towel or a sponge. I'm using this napkin to kind of make sure that there's no water anywhere. This is a damp beauty sponge. This is a damp beauty sponge. Now when you use this to apply your makeup, it won't move it in any way. I can assure you that. Okay, we're gonna go in with our concealer, and I like to use my brush first. This would actually help you maintain your coverage as much as you want it. If you go in with a sponge, it will thin it out. This is why I always go in with a brush first before going with a sponge. Okay, we maintain the coverage and of course use the beauty blender to finish everything up. Baby, when we first met and I thought something so strong. So I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender now to Make sure that everything is properly blended out everywhere. So if you're an oily babe, you have to go in with mattifying products like concealer, foundation, that type of thing. If you're a dry skin babe, you can go in with hydrating product. Okay, because if as a dry skin babe you go in with a mattifying product, it's actually gonna make you look cakey, and that's not what we want. Okay, we want a soft looking look for our skin type. Why we oily babes always go in with matte product is that at some point we get oily, and those matte products help us control oil and all that, pending when considering the time it gets to you know keep the oils in check. So the next thing we're going to do is we have applied our blush and all that. Okay, we're going to go in with our setting powder. Now, if as an oily girl, hmm, don't be scared of using powder. Okay, because yes, you're an oily girl, you have to use that powder, right? Go in with that powder. Okay, but don't go too much because you are trying to control the oils. So I'm going in with this one first. This is like a powder I'd literally apply everywhere. Before I apply the brightening powder, okay. Now this puff actually helps you know, even out this product on your skin. So if you don't have it, I suggest you go buy one, okay? But if you don't have it, you can use your beauty sponge to do that. I'm gonna go in with the next powder. So if you have the options of baking, you can bake if you have an oily skin. Okay, for me, I don't bake. I just set and brighten my under eye area. Do you get me? And this is what I do. If I want to bake, I go full ham. I don't want to do that today. That's it. That's what I literally do. I'm gonna go in with our powder. This one, we're gonna use it to, powder all our face, like everywhere. This is like I feel like this video is just solely for oily skin babes because this would actually help keep your oils in check. Now that we're done with that, we're gonna go in with our setting spray again. Please don't drench your face with setting spray, okay? If you have ones that are misty like this one, yeah, this is okay. But if you have the ones that are actually applying a lot, 3 lines, like 1, 2, 3, all over your face is perfect. Don't say Lillian, say please. So this is what our face is looking like after the whole thing. I always say set your face first before the next thing. I am done with the whole thing. I highlighted my face and I'm going with this setting spray. To finish it up, we're gonna go in with this Nia Beauty finishing spray. Okay, this helps with, it says Nia Beauty setting spray is designed to help apply finishing touches to your beauty regimen. Okay, so yeah, this is what we're gonna finish everything up. So this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Okay, I hope you learned 1 or 2 things from this. So these are all I'm gonna say to you. Okay, if you are, we're trying to reiterate, if you are an oily babe, always make sure you go in with a mattifying foundation or mattifying concealer, but just apply them lightly. Okay, just so that you don't look too cakey. When you're baking, bake lightly and give it like 10, like 1 minute, then you dust off the baking process or the baking powder. I think that's what I'm gonna say. But yeah, these are my tips when it comes to making sure that your makeup is in place, it doesn't separate when you sweat, when you get oily, you don't do all that. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on my next one, do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, of course, share this video. Shall see you guys on my next one. Mwah.